can we please kind of go around the group and introduce yourselves, tell me what you do in the band, and a fun fact about you?
All right. That's a lot of pressure. I'll start. My name's Mike. I play guitar in the band. I co-founded the band with the other guitar player, Dan. Fun fact about me, oh geez, that's tough. I love Nintendo video games.
Okay, I'll go second. I'm Dan. I also play guitar and co-founded the band with Mike. Are we doing a fun fact?
Yeah, fun fact.
Oh, fun fact, I'm obsessed with Pirates of the Caribbean.
Fact. I'm Zach. I play bass. And fun fact about me is I'm obsessed with Godzilla. Yep, I know it's a little immature, but I like it. So, Mark?
I'm Mark. I play the drums, and my favorite food is sushi. I'm obsessed with it.
And last but not least, Rachel.
Hello. Hi, guys. I'm Rachel. I'm the vocalist of the band / songwriter, a person. And a fun fact about me is I'm obsessed with music festivals and the EDM scene.
Amazing. Well, thank you guys so much. My next question for you is, what music are you guys currently listening to?
Ooh. Today I listened to the brand new All Time Low album, and dare I say it, it is their best record they've released.
Really? Zach seconds that. I am also listening to that on repeat pretty much all day today and yesterday. This is Mike speaking. I have really been getting into Ben Gibbard's whole back catalog. Death Cab for Cutie, the Postal Service. He's been doing these nightly live streams. They've been really like quaint and calming, and he's amazing. So yeah, Death Cab and the Postal Service.
It's Mark, and I've been listening to The Weeknd's new album recently. I really dig it. Cool.
And Rachel.
Yeah, I've been reminiscing about music festivals, so I've been going through my SoundCloud Live DJ edition. Today I listened to Kygo's 2018 EDC Las Vegas, and also 2016 Tommy Trash.
Oh no, Clumsy is my jam.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
It's so good.
It's too good. Which one's so good?
Clumsy?
Clumsy. Well, the whole album is amazing, but Clumsy is awesome. Gotta check it out.
Yep. Dude, I ordered their limited edition vinyl today. It was great.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, I had that order, and I had to buy the CD too. So I can't wait. All they're like taking their time shipping everything out because of everything that's going on. So I had to buy it there.
What is your favorite album in your personal collection? That if you
Oh, this is Mike here.
Mike got so many to pick through.
Coming from someone who owns the most vinyl, funny you ask. Favorite in my collection? God, I don't know. Everything in Transit by Jack Mannequin, I really enjoy. Absolute favorite, though, I'm going to say I Empire by Angels and Airwaves.
Nice.
Yes.
Who's next? Oh, well, okay, sorry. I guess I'll go next. My favorite vinyl. Ooh, it's tough. Probably got a limited edition Mayday Parade Black Lines record that I drove to Kansas City for, because you could only get them at their shows, and they only printed 300 of them. So probably that one.
Well, mine would be the Sugar High EP by the Wild and Free. I don't have too much vinyl, but of what I do have, I really like the Skip School Start Fights CD by Get the Light, because they're one of my favorite bands, and that one's kind of hard to find now, and that's like one of my all-time favorite albums. I think that came out when I was
I don't know, really young, and it's kind of stuck with me all these years. So I always go back to that album when I'm bored. Like, I would say my favorite one in my collection is my signed Boxcar Racer limited edition vinyl by Tom DeLonge. Doesn't even have that one.
Hey, I have it. It's just not signed.
Actually, us three have it, but not signed.
You don't have the limited edition one I have, because I think they only made like 500 copies of it.
I think
No,
we
I got
did.
it.
I think
I got the
we
inside.
special ordered it together.
Okay, well, at least this is signed, so you can suck it.
Yeah,
And let's take a
sorry, I
photo.
win.
He's the only one who has it.
I would say Evanescence. Crap, I forgot. I forgot what it was called.
Face on it.
Bring Me to Life.
That's
Yeah.
album.
Yeah.
That's an album though.
No. No, it's called something else. I just can't remember right now. It's been a long day.
My mom had that when I was a kid when that CD came out, and that CD cover always freaked me out. It's
Yeah.
just like the page. So
We're gonna go.
yeah,
to my,
now you know what album cover scares me. So never mind.
We're gonna go to my next question. How did you guys meet?
Yeah. Dan.
All right, Mike.
Yeah, so it's Mike talking. Dan and I, we were in another band throughout college, and kind of when that band was breaking up, we decided that we wanted to start a new band, and we kind of slowly just started auditioning people. But we got lucky. The first singer, Rachel was the only person we tried out ever. I guess the only person that might have joined the band before that was Dan's sister, but that was shortly lived, and we auditioned Rachel. She fit really well, so we kept her. And then we auditioned Marc, his older brother, sent me a text and asked if he could audition. I initially said no because I thought he was too young because he was only like 17 at the time. And then he sent me a clip of him playing, and I totally ate my words because he was amazing. And he auditioned with Dan and I, just jamming out in my basement, and he fit perfectly. So it was just the four of us for about 2 years. Just kind of getting the chemistry right, getting to know each other. Dan and I obviously knew each other the longest, but getting to know Rachel more, getting to know Marc more was a lot of fun. And then once we recorded our record, we realized we wanted a live bass player and or just a fifth member to completely round out the band. And Dan and myself knew Zach through the old band years. And he auditioned. I don't know if he auditioned. He just started jamming with us. And it was going so well for a few months. We just asked him if he wanted to officially join the band. And it all kind of naturally kind of gelled together. So that's the short version.
And then we all held hands, and rest is history.
Yep. Now we're buddies.
How did you guys pick your respective instruments? And in Rachel's case, how did you know you wanted to sing?
Oh, okay. So it was a young age. I think 7 was when I wrote my first song. It was called My Weapon is Love. And I actually have a tattoo of that on my wrist because of that. But I remember when I first made this song as a young kid, there was just something magical about it, like some sort of energy, something just really fun I really wanted to always do. And then from that moment on, I just always knew that singing and writing music was my passion.
I guess I'll go next.
Go ahead, Zach.
So, I was in like 7th grade. I mean, I'd always had I was always a huge fan of music and just listening to it growing up. Like I said, my mom would just buy like CDs of whoever was big at the time, and then just jam them in the house while she was cleaning. And then, so like in 7th grade, I think it really hit me when the All American Rejects album "Move Along" came out, and I was just kind of like taken away by like the fact of like being in a band and like that whole lifestyle. And I started playing bass because I thought typing was really cool. And yeah, so I started out on bass and got older, kind of played a little bit of guitar too. And then it's kind of funny that like I went back full circle and now playing bass again in the band, which is pretty awesome because I can jump around, and if I mess up, nobody even knows. So.
I guess I'll go next. This is Mike here. Funny that Zach mentioned All American Rejects. I can remember it like it was yesterday, almost watching MTV, back when MTV still played music videos. It was either MTV or VH1, one or the other. They do like a top 20 countdown. And I remember it was all like top 40 or just like a lot of like rap and alternative rock and just stuff that wasn't really my speed. And then Swing Swing by the All American Rejects popped up, and they just kind of looked like kids that you would see on the streets or just like normal dudes. And that video like changed everything. And ever since then, I like begged for a guitar, and then eventually got one for Christmas and got lessons, and the rest is history.
I'll go next, Dan. So I guess for me, it all started when I was like 5 or 6, and my dad took me to see the Trans-Siberian Orchestra one year for Christmas. And after I saw their show, I was like, yep, that's what I want to do. And kind of just picked up a guitar probably a year after that and been playing ever since. And then Mark.
I was always like banging on pots and pans when I was like 2, 3, and 4, and in like elementary school and stuff, I'd always like play on my desk. So I always really like gravitated towards drums. And then when I was like 8 or 9, my parents had me take some drum lessons, and then I just stuck with it ever since.
My favorite part about this question is it's kind of like the instrument picks the person, not necessarily like the person picking the instrument. And it's pretty interesting to see, that kind of connection you have with what you do. So
That's so true. Honestly, we all just want to be rock stars, and it just kind of worked out that way.
what is your favorite part of a song that you've written? It could be a lyric, a guitar riff, a bass line, a drum sequence, anything.
Ooh, that's tough.
I have mine.
Go for it.
Right from paper.
Okay, so it's during the song Paper Cut. It's towards the end. It's kind of like the breakdown part where we have a lot of melodic stuff going on, and then I'm not saying anything. I'm just kind of like humming to it, but it just sounds so cool together. All the layers in it. I don't know. I'd have to say that one. I always think back to that one.
Nice.
Cool. I guess I can't say I have a favorite, but going back to our song "Dancing Through the Night," just that little, I wrote that little melody riff and then this stupid little wah we threw in there. It was just so goofy that I didn't even think we were gonna do it when I wrote it, but we kept it, and it's fun, and now it's kind of a staple in our show. So I'm happy that song exists, and I'm gonna go with that riff.
Nice.
I feel like it's different than anything else I usually write. It's just kind of
Yeah.
it's just really weird.
I'd probably say for me is like the bridge part to our song "Out of Time." I kind of came up with at rehearsal, and we were trying a couple of different things out, and it turned into this almost like mini guitar battle between me and Mike. So that's probably my favorite.
Dan, that's a good answer.
Yeah. Anyone else?
My favorite like drum part would have to be the drum fill and fire. I never really like planned it out, but like while we were in the studio recording the song, I was just messing around, and that idea just kind of flowed out and it fit with the song, so we kept it. So that was cool.
Zach has only been in the band for about a year now, so I haven't really written anything other than the one song we just recorded in December with Matt Squire, which is pretty darn awesome. Can't wait to get that out. Yeah. And I think just the vibe in the studio we have with that song is awesome. We were all kind of bouncing ideas off of each other, and I think that that chorus in that song is just like the favorite part of just hits so hard, and I don't know, I get goosebumps when I listen to it still.
So, what is your writing process like?
It's kind of different every time. I'd say there's probably two main ways it happens. Number one, either Rachel will come in with a nice, like, piano ballad of a song, pretty much fully written, and it sounds great. And I have the fun job of maybe, if anything, just trimming up a little bit of the fat and then putting a little input into it. But, I mean, she brought in, I'd say, a good chunk of the last record we wrote just like that. Like Smoke and Mirror, she did that. Band-Aid, Paper Cut, Most of Fire. Like, she's a great songwriter, so she does that quite a bit. Out of Time she did that with as well. And then the other half will just sit in my basement on my couch, and we'll just write for 2 or 3 hours until something happens. So that's definitely a longer process. It's two of us kind of going back and forth on ideas, but that's kind of the other way it happens. And that's how we got songs like Fight Back that aren't released. Our next single, Let It Rain, kind of happened that way. I Don't Want to Feel, our latest single, happened that way. And the Matt Squire song happened that way as well. And that's a long process, but it's a lot of fun. And someone who never successfully co-wrote with anybody, it's very cool that I'm finally in a band where we get to do that and kind of just sit down, hash out ideas, show them to the rest of the band, like Dan was saying. They either thumbs up or thumbs down it, and then we all kind of put in our little flavors to it, keep critiquing it until we get it to a spot that feels like a wild and free song. And then we bring it to our producer in the studio and work on it some more, and then eventually we get a product that we're really proud of. Our producer, Kevin Gates, he did the whole first record, so any great compliment like that, we have to throw back at our producer, Kevin Gates, who is amazing and made it all sound wonderful and sonically pleasing to the ear.
Yeah, the composition was just executed very well, especially you can hear everyone's parts in a way where it just has a nice balance, and it was very refreshing for me, so thank you.
We are glad you think so.
We are really talented.
Please, to my next question, can you describe your sound for me in 3 words? You can do a collective 3 words, or you can each do 3 words, whatever you prefer.
Oh boy.
Chocolate-covered strawberries.
Covered strawberries.
That's a
Snap, crackle, pop. Because that's the refreshing, flavorful sound it is.
I'm
struggling. Like pop, rock, fun.
Dance rock fun.
Dance rock fun.
That's my dance rock fun.
Yeah.
Dance rock fun. That feels good.
I'm gonna say candy coated. Candy coated tunes.
Sugar-coated rock.
I like sugar-coated rock. That's a good one.
That should be our next album, Sugar-Coated Rock.
Yeah.
You heard it here first.
Breaking news.
This question's always fun for me because if I were to describe a band in 3 words, it might not be the same words that the band describes themselves as, so it's nice to kind of see the identification of like how the band wants to identify themselves.
Oh, yeah. I think we all kind of center around sweet or candy. I think so.
We like candy.
We all have tons of cavities. This band is just one big cavity.
Oh my God. Speak for yourself.
That sounded wrong.
Sorry, I liked candy growing up. There you go.
What's the scene like where you guys are?
The scene?
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty strong. You know, the last couple of years I had a kind of a weird dip, I would say, but it's starting to come back stronger than ever. And yeah, it's a lot of, I don't know, there's not a whole lot of bands that sound like us in the scene. It's a lot of like metal or like the like neck beat kind of pop punk, if that makes sense. But no, the scene's awesome. There's a lot of great local St. Louis bands, and you know, for the most part, everyone tries to support each other, and you know, it's a really, I guess, healthy scene is the way to say it. You know, it's cool.
I think St. Louis is really underrated. Like, a lot of people think of like, oh, LA or
New York or Chicago, but I think like St. Louis has got a really strong music scene, kind of similar to like Ohio and like Columbus and like Ohio, a bunch of bands come from there. I think there's a lot of unknown bands here that could really roll up. So it definitely makes us drive to be the best we can be with all the competition this year. Yeah, exactly.
What musicians inspire you to be a better musician?
$10 Travis Barker.
I have a top 5. I've narrowed it down.
Top
All right,
5's
Rachel,
awesome.
top 5, go.
Yes, and they're all female leads. So, first one, Amy Lee from Evanescence, the only record I had, and love her writing style, love the way she sings, how she holds everything out. Like, she has a really strong voice, and that inspires me there. Curly, she's from Estonia. She's a, I guess, pop singer from Estonia, not very well heard of here, but I discovered her when I was younger, and the way that she writes her songs are like so creative, so I have to love her. And then 3, Light, because every time she writes a song, like, I can't believe how melodic it is, and like every song is really complex. It's crazy. Who else? So 4, Lady Gaga, because she's a badass bitch. And Halsey, because she has been through a lot of crap in her life, and she really is good with putting her pain into music, channeling it into making like a positive, reassuring message. So that's 5, right? Yeah.
Nice. I don't know. Probably just the guys from like the mid 2000s pop punk scene, like Brooke from Mayday Parade, Alex from All Time Low, Martin from Boys Like Girls. Yeah.
Mike, yes.
I would say Nick Wheeler from Yellow American Radio.
Oh, I knew it.
I feel like he's always fighting to put guitars on the radio, and he's just a way underrated guitar player. So Nick Wheeler for sure. Tom DeLonge as a songwriter, I feel like he gets a lot of heat and gets made fun of a lot, but at the end of the day, that dude can write the best songs. So Tom DeLonge for sure. And then I'm going to go old school and throw, don't judge, Billy Joel in there. Not Billy Joe from Green Day. I'm going Billy Joel, the piano man. That guy, okay, make fun of him. I guarantee you're all thinking like maybe 1 or 2 songs he sings. You probably know at least 20. Like, the dude is a beast. So just as an accomplished musician,
Nice.
insane songwriter, I gotta go Billy Joel.
Nice.
Don't hate me.
I hate you already.
You know.
Mark, go.
Mike, you're not getting $10, but you were right. My favorite drummer is Travis Barker. And then I really like Trey Cool, Luke Holland, Thomas Langdon, Tony Royster Jr.
Mark
Portnoy. No, I don't really like Mike that much, but I love the Rev from Avenged Sevenfold. He's amazing. Brooks Wackerman. Those would be like my top drummers right now.
This is really hard because most of the time people don't know who the bass player is anyway. We're all gonna know you. Oh, I can't talk. We all know you're gonna say Nick Thompson. Oh, I was. So I guess I'll go ahead and do that. That's my easy go-to. Nick Thompson, from Hit the Lights. He's a really good songwriter. I think I feel like he understands like melody and is really good with the way he arranges his lyrics and stuff. He doesn't go like too metaphorical, and I kind of like that. But, like, he's really good at, like, I guess, like,
taking me through like a story through his songs and stuff. And then I don't know. I guess the guys in Florida Georgia line.
Yeah.
Those are they're dope and they have good songs.
So,
And in fact, me and Zach love us some country tunes, some pop country.
Yeah, I get down with some pop country for sure.
Oh, yeah.
A Florida Georgia line, all that.
nice. So we have a question that our PR director Grace came up with, and I'm going to apologize ahead of time. It is a question. The question is
Is what?
It's a tough question. Sorry.
Okay.
What is your opinion of releasing an artist's unreleased music after they've passed away? Should it be released or should it not?
Yes,
It should be released.
Totally.
yeah, it should be released.
Wait, why would you even ask us that? That is a terrible question.
I don't know.
There's
No.
a story behind it.
I'm kind of like about it. I'm on the fence about it because I feel like I mean, I think there's two ways to look at it. If it was finished and they, if the plans were to release it and they passed away before they were able to, then definitely release it. But if it's something that they might have been working on, like they weren't sure of, or they didn't know if they wanted to put out, because there are tons of things that we have, like different ideas that like we've written that we probably no, we don't want to put it out like this, like or we changed our mind on it and don't want to release it, but it still exists.
Yeah, that's true.
I feel like if it's something that they plan to release before they pass, is one thing. But if it's something that, like, they, I guess, verbally said or, had made apparent that they didn't want to ever come out, that could be one thing. But, I mean, it really just depends, on, I guess, on whoever's, whoever they're survived by. At the end of the day, if they want their unreleased stuff to be put out, then it's really up to them at the end of the day. But I think depending on the circumstances, it should or shouldn't. But I guess we don't really have to say either way.
Okay, so that's the reason we asked this question. The question came about because of the Little Peep songs that were released that sound like unfinished bedroom demos. And then recently, Mac Miller's album Circles came out. So we've started to notice that in the industry, it's happening more prominently that after an artist passes away, some of their works are released. One of the things we want to try to bring up is maybe the concept of artist wills or even contracts, because we know contracts. So it's pretty interesting to kind of see how this goes about. And also, I've had this question compared to Kurt Cobain's journal. And I've had a band turn around, the lead singer of a band turn around and say, the band can continue without me with my lyrics, just not my voice. So it's pretty interesting to see the extremes of this question, because we know as a fan you always want to hear more music, but at the end of the day, would the artists have been happy with the release?
I think, dude, it's like something to note. Like it's really tragic when like a musician dies. Nobody's denying that, but at the end of the day, the people who own the rights to that music, they want to make money, and like they're gonna, no matter what your feelings are, like they're gonna do it. It's kind of crappy, because they, like like with Michael Jackson, for example, like they put out a bunch of stuff that I don't know, like right after, like I don't know, it's probably a year or so after he died, but they like put out all this stuff, and it's like obviously it was to take advantage of people who are mourning and wanted that kind of hole to be filled. And at the end of the day, it was for money. Like, so it's kind of a bummer. But if they technically own it, then they're going to do what they want with it. Kind of like what I was saying, like the families, like if they want to put it out. Yeah, I do think it should definitely be noted that it's very apparent that they didn't want it to be released, and it shouldn't be released.
Perfect segue to our next question. If you could change one thing about the music industry as it is today, what would it be and why?
That people still buy music. Yeah, because that lets artists create more music.
I would say I wish people went to concerts more. A lot of people with having such easy access to the internet and YouTube and stuff, like some people or like, hey, I can just look up how they sound live on the internet. Like, I don't need to go to a show. I don't need to purchase a ticket, or I'm only going to go see them from my favorite band. But I wish more people, like 10, 15 years ago, when there wasn't a huge internet presence, that like people were more like, oh, what are we doing this weekend? Instead of going to see a movie or going out to dinner, or like, let's just go to a concert. Like, let's just see what's in town. Let's just go. I think people have kind of like become jaded to like going to concerts and stuff, and people don't really go unless like it's a big event. And I feel like I wish people were more inclined to go just to go, just to have a good time. So that's what I would say. It was changed, and it helped keep bands afloat and labels happy, and people would discover more bands and music that way.
Yeah, Mike, this is Mike talking. I just say, like, money and bands aside, like, streaming's great, but I wish CDs and vinyl were the only ways to consume music. Reason being, like, I remember being, like, a teenager and having to, like, save up money to buy, the next Blink record, or, that All-Time Low record, or Boys Like Girls. Like, I bought Boys Like Girls Love Drunk with quarters. Like, and when you bought that record, like, I don't know about you guys, but, like, when you had a physical CD, it was in your car for, like, the summer, or, like, an entire month. And that's all you listen to. Like, with streaming, I will, like, skip songs, or I will, like, I kind of appreciate it, or whatever. And you're kind of, like, just, like, consistently stale, like, in a stale way, barely satisfied. But, like, when you would buy a CD, it would be like a memory. Like, you'd be like, all right, like, Love Drunk was like this high school girlfriend for that summer, and like it means so much to me, and like that's why I rebuy it on vinyl, because it's like everyone is a memory or a part of my life. And since streaming became popular, like it's just not there anymore. It's just not. It's like convenient, So I just wish, like, as great as streaming is, like I do wish like you could only buy CDs or vinyl, because I think you just appreciate it more. So I miss that.
Good answer, Mike.
Thanks, man.
What is your opinion of streaming services like Spotify?
I love it I love it as a consumer, because I know this just goes against everything Mike just said, but I have literally every song at like my fingertips for whenever I want it. But as an artist, I hate it.
I think I agree with Dan too. I think it's cool too because, like, I think one of the biggest benefits of it, obviously money is not one, but like the fact that people can discover so much easier than maybe back in the day, because they can literally just look us up on Spotify just by knowing our name or seeing something on Facebook, and they can literally within 5 minutes decide whether or not they want to add us to their rotation and just keep listening to us, or move on and pick something else, which if they did, that'd be really exciting because I think we're awesome. But I think that's the best benefit of streaming, is just how accessible it is for so many people to discover new music.
Boom. Anyone else?
Well, we know Marc hates it.
So Spotify's great. Like, obviously, it's what I use 90% of the time because it's so convenient. Like, that's what I've been, obviously, use it every day, but I had to change it. I just think CDs were more special. That's all I'm saying. But Spotify is, of course, dope.
Marc or Rachel, you want to add anything?
I agree with what you guys are saying. I mean, it's really cool. I just wish people bought music more, or at least we were paid fairly on Spotify.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely agree. From my experience, it's great for exposure and discoverability, but sometimes I feel like the market's kind of now oversaturated. And at the same time, I have my own bone to pick with Spotify, since it's now promoting a single culture instead of an album and EP culture. So it's pretty interesting to see. People don't listen to albums all the way through anymore. And it's kind of upsetting.
It's so true. Yeah, like we were just talking, like we did a full record and we were like, hey, let's put this out. And then we were all talking about it. We were like, well, that wouldn't make any sense in today's day and age. So we released everything as single, and it worked out way better than if we would have released it as an album. Because if it would have been an album, people would have listened to it for, like a week. And then it's like, oh, well, there's 12 songs. Now we got to go do it again for next week type thing.
I think in the next 5 to 10 years, I think that's going to change drastically. I think most bands won't put out full-length 10-song albums. I think it will mainly be EPs and singles. We'll get it.
Which is a bummer.
Like, before you'd have to wait every 2 years for a band to put out, new material. But I think, you'll probably get an EP a year or maybe an EP and a couple singles a year, which might be nice. But it does kind of bum me out, like, not being able to have, like, a full-length 10-song album all the time. But I just feel like that's the way the industry is going to start heading, because single culture and all that kind of stuff is what people do. It just, you get hooked on one song, and then you can just easily change it so quickly. So I think people are starting to realize that, like, maybe when they put out an album, not every song gets the attention it deserves.
Sweet.
What is the weirdest or funniest question you've ever been asked before in an interview? And then I'm going to ask you to answer that question.
Ooh. The weirdest question. Shoot.
Well, I was asked one time, what is the weirdest question I've ever been asked?
Now you got
I don't know. I can't think of anything. I know. This is one of the questions I know, like, after the fact.
After, we're going to be like, that one time. Dude, what about in the van with Jonathan? I feel like there's a weird question in there.
That's what I'm trying to think of, but I can't remember the question.
You have some...
How about you ask us the weirdest thing you can think of, and we'll have to answer it.
So we do have a question that normally follows this one.
Do it.
If you can be any item in the kitchen, what would you be and why?
Oh.
Oven, so I can make pizza rolls anytime I want.
I like it. I would be... Damn, why is it so hard?
Don't overthink and do what your heart tells you.
Was it an appliance or any kitchen item?
Any item in the kitchen.
I would be a spoon, because I like spooning.
Damn it.
Dan would be a cheese grater because he's cheesy.
Cheese grater because he's cheesy.
Take your time.
Why? I don't know why this is so hard. I'm overthinking it.
Zach, go.
Rachel would be a mixer, because
I like oven because I turn up the heat.
We both can't be ovens.
Yes, we can.
Gene, let the record show that Mike picked oven first. I want that noted.
Toaster oven.
There's a Wild and Free kitchen has 2 ovens.
The Wild and Cooking. What?
Rachel would be the light bulb under the microwave that's always burnt out.
I'm gonna be. I'm the ice cube tray.
Because you chill.
Yeah.
Mark's a pot.
I would be an avocado slicer because those things make my day great every day.
It's called a knife, Rachel.
No, there's an avocado slicer. It's a legit thing.
It actually exists.
Yes, I'll bring it next band practice.
Why do you need a slicer for avocado? It's the softest.
Because I had that bloody accident with my finger.
Oh,
And I almost, yeah.
It's for children. I understand now.
Yeah.
Did Mark go? No, but I honestly do not kind of answer this question.
Mark, you have to pick something.
How about you guys pick for me? Like, you guys tell me based off, what you think of me.
Mark,
I would be
Mark is a whisk.
Okay, why?
Why am I a whisk?
Because You started things out.
Check them out about it.
Thanks.
Got it.
So that question was asked at our freshman orientation. And it's fun. Yeah, imagine your first semester, you don't know anybody, and they ask you that question.
Oh my god.
I definitely have to say, if I was in that environment, I would answer the I trade because that's a good way to establish your dominance and be like, I'm shit.
Yeah, dude.
So my next question for you is not related to what we were just talking about, but what's your favorite concert that you've been
plumber.
to?
Did you say what's our favorite
Your
concert that we've
you've
been to?
Yes.
Probably the Warped at Sea cruise. Yeah.
I'm going to go with the Airborne Toxic event at the Boom Out Club in Kansas City, Missouri. I was really into one of their records at the time, and it was a super small show, and it was super fun. A close second would be the All American Rejects at the Blue Note in Columbia, Missouri. They played a lot of their B-sides off the first record, which was amazing.
I'm gonna say, shoot. Okay, I got one. So a few years ago, Paramore and Fall Out Boy went on tour together.
I was there.
What?
I was there too.
Dude, it was a great trip.
I was there too.
I had VIP like box seats, and like I had a perfect view. And I'm kind of a short guy, so like it's awesome to have a great view at a concert and just be able to watch everything and enjoy it. And so I had box seats, and there was a point in the set where Pete went from Fall Out Boy, like went in the middle of the like crowd, kind of like where the soundboard is, and like to where the boxes are. And so like he was like right next to us, and like threw a pick at me, and it was like super cool. And I fanboyed it, so that was pretty cool.
Mark or Rachel?
I would say Bomber Music Festival 2014. It was the first camping festival I've been to, so it was really cool on that aspect. But also that festival offers different genres of music, so you're not just getting one thing, so it was really fun.
I would say whenever I saw Blink-182 my past birthday last year, I got to play a song with them and then hang out with them for a little bit. So that was like the best day of my life.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say that because you got pro drums with them. So you'll get enough.
Do you guys have any pre-show rituals or superstitions?
One more time?
Pre-show rituals or superstitions?
Yes. We do a band. What's that?
Okay. I was going to say, right before we go on stage, Mike always has like a inspirational, like, we all put our hands in the middle, and then Mike just like says something that like, makes you want to cry, and then you just go like, okay, so.
And then sometimes I throw up.
This is true.
I think
I'm like Captain America before we time travel in Endgame.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so we're always like on the verge of tears right before we go on stage because Mike makes us want to cry and says that he loves us.
Okay, so my next question is, you're hypothetically in the van going on tour. What are 3 songs that must be in your playlist?
Right Back at It Again by A Day to Remember. Weightless by All Time Low, and The Great Escape, Boys Like Girls.
You think that's the band's answer. That's perfect.
We have consensus?
You
Okay.
like that for everyone? Nailed
Yes.
it.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
What about that Greek Fire song that always plays on my phone?
So there's this song that always comes on in the car or the van, whatever, Mike has his phone hooked up to. And
Oh,
it's always the song by Greek Fire, and it's this blaring guitar riff, and the volume is always turned up to max, and it just blasts our ears every single time.
The song is called Abandoned Ship, so it's AB, so it's always first. It's a good song. So when it's like 6:30 in the morning and the band's tired, and then Moon starts your morning off with the loudest guitar riff of all time, it's very annoying. So shout out to Moon and Greek Fire. Turn that Abandoned Ship riff down, man. I'm tired.
For this hypothetical concert, we're going to build a bill. List 3 bands you would like to be on a bill with.
Mike?
3 bands I'd like to be on I'll just be selfish. The All American Rejects, Blink-182, and the third one, let's throw Paramore on there because they're nice.
Zach?
Is this consensus or are we still going?
Are we going everyone, or
I just
someone?
answered for everybody.
We can do
Fair enough.
everyone. It's up to you.
Okay, then I guess I'll go. I will say Mayday Parade, All Time Low, and I'm going to get weird with it and go Ozzy Osbourne.
Okay, well then, Slipknot, Avenged Sevenfold, and Skrillex.
I'm just right back to work. I'm gonna say Third Red Line, Goo Dolls, and Metallica.
I'm gonna say Blink-182, Avenged Sevenfold, and Motley Crue.
Nice.
We've all gone, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
What is your favorite venue that you've performed in?
The Georgia Theater in Athens, Georgia.
I'm gonna say, what was that? I know the show wasn't the best, but the other place we played in Georgia was that.
Freaking Savannah North in Georgia.
Dude, that's what
It was Victory North. Oh, Victory North. Yes, Victory North. Or Delmar Hall in St. Louis.
Delmar Hall, great. I really like this place in Georgia because, like, the green room, like, band area, like,
It was nicer than my house.
it was, like, decorated by Tier 1, and it was way too fancy for us, and I felt like a king.
Yeah, that's very true.
And I got to shower after we played, which was awesome.
Yep.
Whenever there's a shower, it's a good venue.
That is very true. Unless it's Pop's nightclub.
Yeah, you should.
But that's still a good venue, just a gross shower.
Anybody else?
Oh, yeah, that was gonna.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think those probably are everyone.
Amazing. Okay, favorite state that you've been to?
Oh,
Denver, Colorado.
probably Florida.
Yeah, it's lame, man.
Florida, I'm going to say Florida. I always have a good time in Florida. I want to say California and say LA, and that's cool.
I know.
But I'm low key. I'm Midwest. I'm going Florida. Assuming.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Wyoming. I'm going to say Delaware. I've never actually been to Wyoming. I just feel like that'd be kind of fun. Who's actually been to Wyoming? Like, what happens in Wyoming? No idea. I'm going to be lame, too, and say Florida just because I always have a good time in Florida. Like, I never want to leave. Like, usually there's a point, like, when you're out of town or, like, in a different state, you're like, all right, I'm ready to go home. But, like, Florida, I'm like, I could literally just, like, stay here and drink beer forever.
I'd say California because the sushi was like really fresh and the weather was really nice. and the food was really good.
Dude, I did like Anaheim. But yeah, Florida.
We got California, 3 Floridas, and 1 Delaware. Oh, Delaware and Colorado.
And now my last question for you guys is, what are your goals for 2020?
Take it.
This is lame. I had our whole 2020 mapped out to a T, and it all got canceled.
Yeah.
I mean, we had plans to open up for like Mayday Parade, Story of the Year. We were going to record an acoustic EP, make another record. We had shows lined out, and it all just got like turned on its head. And what's terrifying and kind of exciting is we get to start from scratch. So the first time ever, I feel like this band had a clear direction. It just got like wiped completely.
Yeah, dude. It was such a bummer.
It's scary. Like, we're about to release an album and put together the biggest shows we've ever done, and it's all gone. I guess the only comfort in that is that every other band in the whole world is in the exact same spot. So we're not losing any ground. We're just on pause.
Mm-hmm.
So that's cool.
Yeah.
And honestly, we just need to refigure it all out. So I think we're going to rethink our model a little bit, trying to rethink how we're going to release music, how we're going to write music. So we're very much so figuring everything out. I say for sure our record Fight Back will be out this summer. Whether we play a show for it like we want it to or not, that's still up in the air. But the record will come out. It will be available for purchase on our website, thewildandfreeband.com. So we're super excited for that. Rachel is still writing music. I'm still writing music. The band is still writing music. So I will say there is talks to start on our second record already. We will most likely look into releasing the first single from the next record that we did with Matt Squire. We talked about that song. We're super proud of it, and I know we're all really eager to release that. Other than that, we're just going to continue to talk to our fans. Hit us up on Instagram, Twitter, subscribe to us on YouTube. We're going to try to put out more videos than ever and just try to put out more content than ever since we're all stuck at our homes, and just try to meet as many amazing people as possible as long as they're 6 feet away.
I greatly appreciate your plan and your thoughts for what's happening and kind of how to deal with it. I know it's a lot, and I know a lot of bands have been hit super hard by what's been going on.
Oh, cool. Awesome. Thank you so much.
Okay, have a good night, everyone.
You too. Thank you.
Take care.